working out. Let's get started. One, two. Y'all, yesterday was my first day with this what's this called? Treadmill. It's the La Chico. I got it. This is the La Chico, and what's it called? It has an incline. I took my Goalie vitamins today, the apple cider vinegar, and the pre, pro, and postbiotic. Hey, y'all. Hey, WWJD. Hey, guys. Just over here on the treadmill. Yes, trying. I just got it. And I'm like, Lord, let me use this thing and not let it collect dust. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. How are y'all doing? Y'all, we're almost at the end of the week. Oh, I can't believe it. It's already Friday. First week of December down. That quick, y'all. It goes by too fast. I'm doing well. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? I'm sweating over here. Sweating to the oldies. That's awesome. Did you cook? Who cooked for Thanksgiving? Amen. Yes, I know. That's awesome. You are lucky. Enjoy Mom's cooking while you got it. My mom's alive, of course, but she's no longer cooks. I'm the cook. Well, one of them. It's like the kids now make all the dishes. We had a nice Thanksgiving, though. We went out of town just a little bit, almost an hour, And I made some gumbo and crawfish pies. And I just threw together some meatballs and made like some sweet barbecue meatballs. Oh, thank you for following, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. The crawfish pies, I didn't do the best at. Y'all, the incline on this is legit. Because, like, I've only been on here for 5 minutes and 42 seconds. I have this speed at 2.5. And I'm, like, sweating. I do sweat easy, though, so. I'll be sweating to the oldies. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? When I say sweating to the oldies. Have y'all ever heard? That person passed away. But do y'all know who used to do workout videos? Thank you for liking. Thank y'all for subscribing. Y'all are so good to me. Thank y'all for double tapping the screen and following. Does anybody know who did the workout video? Sweating to the oldies. He used to be like, we used to sing this. I wanna swing my hips now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I might have to get some JC. I might have to get Hasty, JC. I might have to get some. And let's not be inappropriate. Please. Please don't be inappropriate. Thank you. Well, get your workout on. Oh, yeah. I need to get those, like, okay. Hey, Devon. How are you? Oh, yeah. I've walked 0.3 miles. Burned 38 calories. And walked 8 minutes, 42 seconds. Y'all, why does it take so long to burn a calorie? Hasty. Is it Hasty or JC? I put him in timeout. He's being disturbing. So sorry. I'm married. I'm just here to hang out and talk with y'all. Hey, y'all. Thank you for the love. You're so sweet. Let me pause it so I can see what my people over here do. Steph, thank you, honey. Simply Sandy, thank you for following. Thank y'all for double tapping the screen. Thank you, babes. How are you doing? Alright, let's get back at it. Y'all, they offered where you can get like, I'm gonna put it back to 2.5. They offered where you could get the cup holder, and I just felt like $15 more was gonna kill me. I mean, not be good. And now I'm wishing I had a cup holder. I'm sure I could find one. Whew. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, honey. You're so sweet. Thanks for all the love. Whew. Alright, let me try to do it without holding on. Should I go like this or like this? I feel like macho man. I guess I'll go like this. I don't really know. Y'all, good thing I told y'all how long I went. This thing did not continue where it went left off. Oh well. How many calories did I burn? Was it like, I think it was like 40 something. Alright, I'm gonna try to do 30 minutes total. I love to run. And I'm kind of limber. Oh, I want to be like you. I wish I could run. But as you can see, I'm on this incline and I can't breathe. Where's all my runners at? Who loves to run? My nephew runs. Like, he'll run almost like 10 miles a day. He does cross country. And what's the other one? I don't know. There's like 2. I'm just trying to be healthy, like keep the blood flowing, not get my feet swollen because I sit a lot. And if I lose some pounds in the process, that's a bonus. So JC said, try the keto diet. I did do the keto diet. I actually started it in 2019 in August as like a challenge with like a group of ladies, and I won the challenge because I lost the most, and I continued to lose more weight. I lost about 65, 70 pounds, and I probably by the middle of COVID 2020 is when I like finished that goal, and then I continued to do it, and I kept the weight off for like 2 years, 2 more years after that, and in 22 started having some like animals that are like kids to me pass away, like monumental deaths that were really hard to process. And I don't know if that's what it was, or like I just stopped. I think what it was is I was not really going anywhere. I was no longer moving, just kind of sitting, because I really wasn't eating a crazy amount. but I would eat like a sweet probably at least once a day. But just like no exercise to combat it. In my job, I sit. And I just remember like feeling like just because I ate like a cookie or a piece of cake or whatever, I just remember even when I was like trying and would like only do it once a week or whatever, the weight just would like creep up. And so I just stopped letting it overwhelm me. There's a lot of things with the keto diet that I still continue to do. I pretty much only drink water. I eat keto bread. I try or even substitute lettuce or not have bread at all. Unless it's like the holidays or once in a while. So I think there's just a few factors. Age, I'm sure hormones, I think lack of exercise is probably the biggest. So I've been trying to exercise more. I've been going to the gym with a friend. We kind of fell off with that. I got sick, we went back. She got sick, we went back. She got sick again, we haven't gone back. And my mom is with me, and she's older, and she sits a lot on the couch, and I'm like, she wouldn't want to like go walk outside. And you know, it's dark earlier now, and by the time I get home, even when it's bright longer, it's still kind of dark. So I thought, let me get this treadmill where I can use it, she could use it. I used it yesterday, and then my couch is too short for it to go under by like an inch or two. But I flipped it up and put it against the wall in the hall, and it was very secure, didn't fall or anything, so that was good. And let me tell y'all something. If like it's gonna be a hard thing to have to like turn it on and do it, I am not gonna stay committed. Like, I am not gonna do it consistently. I'm just gonna focus on the mountain of having to go through so much just to get it started. So I'm gonna put it in a different spot in my living room, and I think if you're not losing weight, then go harder. Yeah, so I've lost just a handful, like 5 pounds, not really much. Not right now, just when I was like, okay, like I really want to focus on my health. And I have been able, the scale has not moved down like once in a while, but it also hasn't like gone up. But now I am going harder. Like, this is me going harder, trying to be consistent, get on this machine. I have the vibration plate, so I'm gonna focus on that. I started looking at like macros and stuff, and I really don't know a whole lot about it. But thank you for the gifts, honey. Thanks, Steph. Thanks for all the love. I don't really know too much about the macros and the protein, but it seems a lot more realistic in the long term. I just remember when I did keto, while it was giving me results, I was just like always hungry, always complaining. Felt like I never really had something quick or really what I wanted to eat. I don't know. And I just don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel restricted, because then that's all I'm going to focus on, you know. So I started taking the Goalie vitamins about 3 weeks ago. The gummies, the apple cider vinegar, to help curb like a sweet tooth. Because y'all, I love a good cinnamon roll. I mean, I don't eat it often, but if you look at my videos, we just went to Sweet Handcraft. That's like junk food. And also the pro, pre, and postbiotics, I feel like have helped with like to be regular. So we'll see. But if you don't take care, it won't work. List of what you are going to eat weekly. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. So I've walked 0.7 miles. I've burned about 87 calories. And I've walked 17 and a half minutes. Give or take. Because I got to do the math. Because when I paused it, it basically started me over. Someone told me I should do on TikTok. So I have TikTok for Telative too. I have TikTok, Instagram, and now Facebook. Instagram, I'm trying to work on keeping up. But someone on TikTok yesterday, when I was walking, told me I should start like a series for the exercise. So I might do that. Thank you, Steph. I might do like a little series. And or like a little check-in. Or maybe I should change it to like the morning, like go live at like 7 my time with everyone. Something about that might like help me to stay accountable, you know, just as far as exercise in itself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have some buns of steel because these things are burning. I have the vibration plate, and they said it helps with lymphatic drainage. Do y'all know anything about that? I did it today for 10 minutes. Well, like 5.5 standing, and then the remaining 10 on my knees, holding it with my arms. And I think I'm going to try to do that too. The only other thing I have that I need to incorporate that I haven't yet is the kettlebell. And my nephew, he eats so much. He is thin as could be, but he exercises. Like, he runs so much. So I think the carbs and all that is like his fuel. Look, I want to love it too. I'm trying, guys. This is just day 2. And I'm starting out on incline. But I'm doing better today than yesterday. I'm at 2.5. I'm on the highest incline this machine goes, which is 9%. That's what they say. And I've walked 0.9 miles. I've burned about 105 calories. Or, wait, 110 calories. 115. Y'all can't count. Whew. And I've walked at least 21.5 minutes. I'm going for 30. I'm going to do a devotional for anyone who wants to hear it. And then I am getting off. And we're going to try all this again tomorrow. I want some water, but it's not easy to grab. Okay. Oh, yeah. When you do a workout and you see how long it takes to burn a calorie, makes you not want to eat anything. Oh, Lord. Have all the mercy. I'm doing a Bible study with some ladies. And it's about being more present. And I feel like I need to do a happy balance of being present, like making sure, when I wake up, the focus is on Jesus, prayer, thanking Him for everything. Whew. I need to slow down a little bit for a minute. Oh gosh. So literally, I went to go wash my mom's robe an hour ago. And thank God, when I went to put it in, her phone, she had put in her pocket of the robe. It flipped out. And I felt it. I'm like, God, that was all you. Because I don't know how I missed it. Oh. Oh, goodness. Alright, guys. Anybody else working out late? A little midnight walk never hurt nobody, we hope. I've already walked over a mile. I'm bucking it, y'all. Whew. I've burned 135 calories. Walking 2.7. Trying to put my arms down instead of hold. See how long I got left. Got about 4 minutes. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. 4 minutes, y'all. Whew. Need to get an extension cord because I want to turn this a different way so I could put my TikTok and my YouTube lives together to get that tomorrow. I found an extension cord, but it didn't have the grounded part, so it didn't fit. This was a bigger treadmill than I thought. Oh yeah. And we're out. We're out. Can I do it? I don't think so. Trying, y'all. Trying to make it. Hey, Louise. 1.1 started about 28 minutes ago. 1.2 miles. Doing the best I can over here. About to fall out. I got it at a 2 point, the highest incline it goes, which is 9%. I'm going 2.7, I guess, miles an hour. I burned 147 calories. And I've done 28 minutes. I feel like I can't talk. So I'm just stopping at 30 minutes. I'm trying to make it. I'm about to, I think I might lower it, but I'm trying. I just got 1 more minute, and then I'll do like a 2-minute cool down. Yeah, why does the last minute, like, I can't even stare at it. It literally just feels like the longest minute of my life. It's the longest minute. Whew. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's crazy. We're gonna cut out carbs. Wait, because it takes a lot of energy. I'm saying, I'm like, now one thing I ate was 100 calories. A 155 calories I burned. About. Whew, I got it. Did it. I'm gonna just drop it down to 1.5. And I'm gonna just do 2 minutes. Slow my heart rate. Yeah, I have got to get a cup holder to add to this thing. Louise, I was saying, I don't really know. I guess right now, maybe like 20 pounds. I feel like is attainable without feeling exhausted. And then I feel like, I mean, honestly, 10 pounds. And then from 10, another 10. I'm just really trying to focus on moving and getting some, making sure I get at least 30 minutes where my heart rate's up high and I'm getting some circulation going. I've been trying to start doing more of like a macros where it's like protein and fewer calories. It just seems like a more attainable lifestyle, I guess. I don't know. Are you doing anything? I just know that if you walk 30 minutes a day, no matter what your weight is, not no matter what, but they say even if you're obese and you walk 30 minutes a day, you are healthier than someone who doesn't exercise and is not obese. Yeah. I just don't really want to focus on, you start focusing on just like weight loss. I've done it my whole life, even when I'm not doing anything, just, oh, I hate the way I look. But so I did keto, and I was like the thinnest I ever was, and I guess I was just doing it for all the wrong reasons. Like, maybe I look in the mirror and like what I see, or feel like I'm pretty, and honestly, like, maybe a handful of times I saw that in the mirror and in like the first glance, and then I was still like, this is ugly, I'm not thin enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. And I just don't want to be in that space anymore. I don't want to feel like that mentally. So I'm at a place now where like I am working on myself inward towards Jesus, filling my cup up, feeling loved, and finding the beauty of myself in that way. So like if I get on here and I'm like doing eating video, or I look like this, like I can look like this and my chin don't look like a double chin, but like this, it does. And I don't care. Like, I don't care, like, if someone, sometimes, like, if I'm eating, people be like, which I already know they do that to anybody, no matter what it is. People just mean or try to be funny or whatever. But there was a time where those things would have crushed me, and I just feel like there's just people out there that do it, and it's like part of it, It's part of being on social media and being vulnerable and giving people a part of your life. And their words really, like, that's not who I am. Like, I am loved. I am a child of God. I am beautiful. Weight, or my face doesn't look like that face, or my body doesn't look like that body. Even when I was like thin and nobody would have really made a comment. Like, you're still comparing yourself, and I had to stop doing that and find, I don't know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, right? So I'm just focused on health, exercising, my blood pumping, that kind of thing. And with that, if I can lose weight also, that would be like an awesome bonus. And it's not to say I don't care. Of course I do. It's not something you can really just turn off. But it's not something that defines me anymore. And I would love to lose weight and be thinner, but for like to be healthy versus for you to say I look pretty, if that makes sense. And that's it. One seeks higher power and enlightenment. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have to read your sentence a few more times. It's midnight. But yeah. So this is a health journey. And I think with that, all the things kind of fall into place and come together. When I did keto, I didn't even have to exercise. I'm only bringing up keto because someone has said it, like right above you. And they were like, hey, do keto, it works. And I had did it, and it was successful. And I had kept weight off for 2 years. And I don't know if it's a combination of age and a little depression and things just from like loss. I had lost, I am a dog mother, and I have animals, and I don't have kids. Not that I don't want them, I just never got pregnant yet, or I don't know, maybe I will. It just hasn't happened yet. And so I put a lot of heart and soul into my animals. They are my everything. If you go to my shorts, you'll see a lot of my Frenchie right now. But I have 3 dogs, a bird, and I had another dog, had another group of dogs, and 2, and a cat. I'm not a cat person, nothing against cats. It's not that I'm not a cat person, just I don't like the litter box. But I had a cat that I raised as a little baby. She was abandoned, and I had her for 14 years. So in 2022, she got breast cancer, so she died. I had a puppy who she didn't look like a puppy. She was about 80 pounds, American Bully. And she, if you go through, you'll see her like 15 or 20 shorts ago. It was on November 6th. But in 2022, we dropped her off to get spayed. And we're supposed to pick her up the next day, and they were like, we think she should stay the whole weekend. We're like, why? Y'all said we should that we would pick her up the next day. We would never tell y'all that. I'm like, y'all did tell us that. Where else would we get this information from? I already felt unsettled about keeping her overnight. And they're like, well, she's just still bleeding. I'm like, why is she bleeding still? Oh, that's normal. Everybody handles things differently. And she took a while to wake up, and I don't know. I was really close to her. She had made me feel, it was just like a dark time in my life. A lot of things just weren't going right. And she loved me. She had needed me unlike any of my other dogs. And she was closest to me. Like that was the first dog that was mine. Like I was the favorite. Like I was the one that comforted her. I was the one she needed. And I did a lot for her. I'm not a morning person, but I would get up early just to spend an hour and a half with her outside. I would get home and hurry up and do what I needed to do. Take care of my mom. Do what I need to do in the house as quick as I could. And we would spend hours again in the evening. And I just if that the love we had was almost like what a human child I could only imagine was a love from a child. And November 7th, 2022, the vet we had dropped her off at had called me super early, 7 in the morning, and they were really brutal with their delivery. And they were just like, I'm calling about Daisy. I have bad news. And they were like, Daisy's dead. And it just like took my breath away. I could feel all the emotions from that time. And thank you. So yeah, it just knocked me down to my knees. I felt like I could not live without her, and I know that's just ridiculous because dogs don't live that long, but I just didn't get to see her be an old dog. I had never had a dog die early. They at least were like 12, 13. You know, even my childhood dogs lived to the teens, and it was probably just like she wasn't done properly and the whole thing was shady, and whew, it was a hard loss. And I'm sure just not wanting to go anywhere, staying home, lack of motivation, lack of movement, all that. And then it got me about 5 months later. I found a church, and it got me closer with my walk with God than I had ever been before. I just had to like change. Didn't want to feel bitter and upset anymore. And then I lost my grandma in 2024 in April. And I was like always someone like always on the go. And I just remember like literally being in the room, and a friend was like, what are you doing? You like hiding out? And I'm like, I don't know. Thank you so much. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't want to talk to nobody. I'm the one who like makes people laugh and talks to people, and I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to. She was the mother of my dad, who got unalived when I was 17 years old. So, and I got to have her for almost 20 years after that. And when it was like still having a piece of him. So when she left, and she lived a long life, 97 years old, long life. Well, there went that. Thank you. So that was hard too. But it's okay. But it's just time, like, enjoy life. I'm thankful for what I have. I'm thankful for all the babies, I have amazing animals in my life. My husband, family, my mom's doing pretty well, all things considered. Nieces, nephews. So I just want to be at my best. Be at my best for them. I'm the cool aunt. I'm the one who gets on the ground and plays with the toys, and let's play cars, and let's do the challenges. And so we are going to get healthy. We got this. And I've been talking so long. I've done 1.6 miles. We have burned about to be 200 calories. And I was supposed to do 30 minutes, and now I'm at 39 and a half. Thank you so much, Louise. Thank you for all the love. I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you. And God bless you. And I'll keep you in my prayers. And I hope to see you on another live, a more upbeat live of me exercising. I'm about to stop this and do a devotional. And we're going to be done. Pick up my poor little camera that I've dropped too many times today. I think I am going to grab the stuff. And, oh, I can't even bend, y'all. Oh, about to bend. I bend. Whoop. Almost snap, crackled, and pop. I don't know what happened to the part that goes with this. Where did you go, my little clippy poo? Y'all, I think my clip is resting in peace. Get on my bending knees. Oh, I found it. Oh, y'all. I know all y'all do is hear me in my deep breathing. But we are about to do a devotional and call it a night, guys. And I wanted to go to bed early, still after midnight, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get this devotional, and then I'm gonna go night-night. So whoever wants to hang out for this, it's only one page. Yeah. Hey, flowers. How are you? Okay. See you around, Louise. You take care. It was so good talking to you. Steph, you got me to 2K likes. You're so sweet. Okay. Y'all, my shirt is drenched. I just literally, my husband is so ridiculous. He needs like a fresh t-shirt all the time. So I just wear his unfresh t-shirts. They're washed, but he's so extra. But I love him because I'm sure I'm extra too. Okay. If y'all are not familiar with my life, my Frenchie ate my book cover. But this is called A Journey with Jesus by Cherie Hill. Y'all, I put makeup on today and now I look like I've been crying or caught in the rain because I've been wiping my face. And y'all know I'm too old to be wiping my face like I was wiping my face. Like, I don't got these creases that I gotta be protecting. But it's okay. Because we just gonna live our best life. This devotion about to cool me off. Yeah, I need to be like them people that that have those fans on TikTok. Okay. So this you could get this devotional. It does not look like this. It has a cover and the title. It is purple, this purple color, but it's more solid. And it says A Journey with Jesus. And you could get it from Walmart. This devotional is really cool because it has a Bible verse at the top, the devotional in the middle, like really short, and then some faith thoughts at the end just to kind of get you thinking. And so it's not just like read it and move on with life. Get you some thinking until the next day. It's pretty cool because the date is right here. So whatever the date is, that is the day you read. So today is December, well, it's really December 5th, but we're going to pretend like it's still the 4th. And so we're going to go with that because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So might as well still be the 4th. All right. So this one says Call to Greatness. And I do like to read. So the Bible verse is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 2. And I like to read like if it's like, so say this one's chapter 1 verse 2, I like to read the whole chapter, but if it's long I won't, but we're gonna see how it goes. So it says call to greatness is the title. Hey Holly. And it says 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 2, to the church of God in Corinth, to those sanctified in Christ Jesus and called to be his holy people, together with all those everywhere who call on the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, their Lord and ours. So I'm assuming like that verse is part of saying like we've been called to greatness. Us and God's people have been called to greatness. So when the devotional part is as if Jesus is talking to us. So it says, yeah, I know I look like a hot mess, but it's okay. It's okay. I was just exercising, burned 200 calories. Okay. Now all I could eat is ice. I could keep them 200 calories off. Y'all. All right. Hey, Nate. It says, you must never be fearful, but always aware that Satan is out to destroy you. He will tempt you and lie to you and convince you that what is black and white is merely gray. His goal is to keep you discouraged and beaten down. But when you are calling me Lord and Savior, you are called to greatness. So it's saying when you believe that Jesus is our Lord and Savior, you are being called to greatness. Like you are being called to all things that are good. Hold on. I'm reached that part of TikTok live where it's like, hello, are you still there? And I have to be like, hello, yes. So, I love this first paragraph because we have to be mindful, like just something as simple, like you need to protect your ears and your ears. Okay, these are your ears. These are your eyes. Y'all don't judge me. I'm like your ears and your eyes. Okay, the opposite. Anyway, we need to be aware of like protecting by what the things we look at and the things we listen to, because that's easy to manipulate us and to get us in our flesh to where we're doing things that we know aren't right, or we're speaking in ways we aren't right, or we're handling situations that aren't right. Just simply like something that buku people know about is the story of Adam and Eve, where the serpent comes and convinces them that if they eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, like they'll be able to be just like God and know all the things. And I'm paraphrasing, but the point is, he didn't come scary, he didn't come mean, he didn't come with red eyes and you know, with a sign that said he's this evil person. He came as a friend. He came as like, hey, like, shh, I know God would want you to know like him, or like this isn't gonna hurt you, like, you know, just take a bite. Like, he didn't come evil. And that's the thing, is like the enemy does not show up 9 times out of 10. The enemy's not showing up with the red flags, kind of like you get in a relationship but you skipped all the red flags. He's not coming with the red flags. He's like the friend that comes and sits next to you like, oh, did you see her? She's so disgusting. Like, look at how she is. Look at what she does. And before you know it, like, you're sucked into gossip, you know, or you're watching something that's inappropriate and you're sucked into just visually watching filthy things, like, per se. It's not, or like listening. I mean, you kind of, there was like a analogy that said, you know, when you run and your cup is filled with coffee, coffee spills out. So it's like, if you're filled with Jesus, that's what's going to spill out. Like, whatever you are like putting inside of you is what's going to come out of you. And so if you're watching a lot of scary things, like social media is really, I feel like, obviously I love social media. However, I mean, not that I love it per se, but I love it. You know, I love being on here with y'all. I enjoy this like outlet to have this conversation with people. I call y'all like my people. I feel like this is the safe place that we hang out and we talk and I share a little bit of my life with y'all. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't come with a lot. we're exposed to a lot, we see a lot, and it's so much on us mentally and emotionally, and it can instill fear in us. I mean, how many times have y'all ever watched the news and they're like replaying something on loop and they're acting like they're telling you something different, and for 30 minutes you have listened to the same thing, and it's just like giving you worry. And like, just if I like, we live in Louisiana and we have hurricanes, so when there's like a hurricane that's about to hit us, they don't have no more new information. The little circle is just like going like this and then restarted and going like this and restarted, and I'm like sucked in for 30 minutes, and I'm just pile of fear of something that I cannot change or control at all. So I wasted valuable time of spending, whoever I'm hanging out with, because usually we go, we evacuate and go spend time with family. So I'm missing like time with my family or doing something fun, and I'm sitting there worrying about something I can't control. Fear and worry is literally all it does is take away from you. Hey Clay, it takes away from you. It doesn't add anything to your life. It literally adds sickness to your life, but it doesn't gain you an hour. It doesn't fix anything for you. It just makes you miserable, that you will literally miss like blessings, time that's like right there in your face. So all those things is kind of just remembering that the devil or the enemy is out to manipulate us, to convince us otherwise, and it's not always necessarily obvious. So if you stay prayed up, as people will say, or like, you just like make sure you pray to God, that you're reading the word, that, or you're listening to worship music, something to keep your mental like focused on what your eye like with Jesus, then you will be like, it'll be easier for you to spot something like that when the enemy tries to attack, basically. It says, don't settle for the ordinary in life. Follow me. So it's like Jesus talking to us. Follow me and walk through the miraculous. Experience the Father's glory. You have a specific purpose to further the kingdom. You may have had plans for your life, but you need to set those aside. Every ambition, every desire of life needs to be set aside as you follow Jesus. Do not turn from your calling. And don't be surprised when life tries to pull you in different directions, trying to pull you away from your first love. So I think that's a good takeaway from this is it's not saying, I know it sounds like it's like all the things you wanted to do, wipe those out, because that's not what's important. It's just to say like you're making plans and you think you're answering like your purpose that God has for you, but you're doing it like in your fleshly desires and what you want. But that might be what's best for you. Or if all that starts to crumble into change, into shift, that's just God saying like aligning where you are supposed to be, protecting you from maybe like losing your job or someone hurting you, or just that wasn't really what was meant for you. And that's just like when your path is shifting. So just when it starts to happen, to try to just pray about it so that you can feel good that, you know what, God's got me, and clearly that was not meant for me, and there's something better. There's like this picture that I've seen on Facebook that I've mentioned before, where Jesus, it's like an image of Jesus, and he's like bent over, and he's like has his hand out to a little girl, and the little girl has a stuffed animal baby doll in her hand, and she's like clenching it like, no, like it's mine, I need it, like I can't let it go, like I can't live without it, like I can't let it go. And not a baby doll, a teddy bear. And Jesus has a huge, like if you've ever been to like a carnival or a fair, and there's like those big old huge teddy bears, he's got one of those behind his back. And it's just such a beautiful analogy to remember, like we want to control so much. Hey, that Mexican girl, how you doing? We want to control our lives, and we want to feel like we have it all together, and we will hold on to things, right or wrong, so tight because we're trying to do it our way. And Jesus is like, if you just surrender it to me, if you just give it to me, I got what I got for you is a million times better than you could ever imagine. She's clutching that little bitty teddy bear, but he's got one gigantic, like 100 times bigger and better and softer and beautiful and cozier. And just like, give it to God. Lay it at God's feet. Let God be in control, because God's got you. And we're so focused on trying to hold on to that man that doesn't treat us right, or that job that drains us and exhausts us, when there's like a million out there needing people, or that friend that just, we show up for them but they never show up for us. We're too busy, like, oh God, like, if they leave me, what do I have? I'm lonely. I don't have anyone. And Jesus is like, I got 10 friends over here for you that will pray for you and love you and like literally show up for you without you even having to ask. And I have a man who will like worship you almost as, like, who will love you in the eyes of me. And I have a job that is a beyond your wildest dreams, that you're not even going to feel like you have to work, and it's going to provide for you in all the ways you need and plus some. And I think that is what we need to remember, that when we're like trying to hold on, we're just trying to be in control of something we have no control over. And if we can just give it to him, it's like, just imagine like resting your head on Jesus' chest. Like, as when you were little, you might have rested on like a grandparent or a mom or a dad or someone that you felt safe with, and just like let the weight get off of you and let God take it. Let him take it, because he's literally blessing you all day long, but you're missing it because you're trying to hold on and put fear in things that you can't control. That Mexican girl, I remember you 100%, honey. I'm so glad you're on my live. Thank you for being on here, and thank you for all the love. We're just doing it. I just walked a mile, 1.6 miles on my new treadmill. Oh, Kurt can't tell me nothing. And burned 200 calories. I think that was 2 of the bites of my food today. And I walked 40 minutes because I was talking to Luis on my YouTube channel. And before I knew it, I was like, I don't think I can make it 2 more minutes. And then I finally made it to 30 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to put it on the cool down. And then I started sharing things about my life with him. And before I knew it, girl, I looked down and said 39 minutes. I said, oh, can't tell me nothing. Clock that. Okay. So that's where we're at. And that's what. And so now I'm doing my devotional. And because we got to remember that we need to make sure we're slowing down. There's times where I get on and I'm not doing it. And guess what? We ain't nothing without Jesus. So I need to slow down, and Jesus comes first. And so I'm doing my devotional for December 4th, which I said I ain't slept yet. So we still on December 4th. So that's what we're going with. So let's see what it says. So I don't know if you've been on with the devotional, but it's literally like a page, and it has like a Bible verse, a little paragraph to kind of break it down, and then some faith thoughts just to kind of keep your mind, your thoughts with Jesus, and just, recenter, refocus. And then that's it. And I got it from Walmart, and my friend, she ate my book, and so it's hanging on by a thread. And I got it from Walmart. I already said that. I got it from Walmart. But she ate it, but she did not mess with the most important part. So instead of spending another $17 on this book, we go with it. And every time I read this book on live and want to tell people, like, it's A Journey with Jesus by Cherie Hill, I just have to remind them, like, if you don't know, my friend, she ate my book. Not once, but twice. How, you might say, that she does this? Well, maybe because I put it down on the couch, was talking to you guys, and was like, oh, she's sitting next to me. Wait, what's she eating? You know, sometimes when they're just occupied, you just forget what's going on with life. Anyway, so yes, I was a slack-a-lacking and let her chew it not once, but twice. So clearly she thinks these pages are very tasty. Anyways, the last paragraph says, whatever calling you have, whatever the Father has purposed you to do, don't give up when it gets hard. Don't listen to the voices of doubt telling you that you don't have what it takes. The Father will protect you and provide all you need to accomplish His will. Keep focused on me, on Jesus. In Jesus in His living and in His dying and every miracle in between. So there's going to be naysayers, there's going to be haters, there's going to be people that literally are hating just because they don't want to see you thrive, because that might mean you, in their world, you're an inch better than them, or you're an inch ahead of them. And so remember, comparison is like a thief. It steals joy. It does not give you any fulfillment. It's like a cancer within. And so jealousy, comparison, all those things are not good. And that you just don't listen to that doubt. Like, you push harder, telling you that you don't have what it takes. God said you have everything. God's got you, and God will take care of you, and you lean on Him. And when you pray to God when times are good, and when you build that strong foundation, you know when He's talking. You know how to call on Him. You know how to have Him by your side. And you know without a doubt, 100%, He will show up for you every single time. And He will make every promise true. And He will get you to the other side, because your faith is so strong. But while yes, God will answer when you call on Him, let's not try to only call on Him for those 911 emergencies and then wonder who he is and where He is and question Him, but you never took the time to spend a relationship with Him. So of course you're questioning Him. Of course you don't trust Him. Of course you don't even really have a relationship to hear Him and know His voice and know His personal words with you or relationship with you, because you don't take the time. I mean, it's like with anything. Of your best friend, and if you have a child or an animal or a personal possession, you're going to trust to leave it with your best friend because you built a relationship with them. You've built a bond with them. You built trust. You know that I can trust what I consider my most precious things, and I won't have to worry. It's the same thing with Jesus. You have to build a relationship with Him so that when times are so hard and confusing and frustrating and unfair, like literally unfair and unkind, like, you're not going to blame Jesus, because you know Jesus is love, and Jesus, you know, God is love. God is all good things, and God's got you, and God's not going to leave you. Like, Jesus is going to walk side by side with you and carry you when you can't walk forward. When they're like, how does she do it? How does he do it? How do they make it? And they're going to be like, well, you're going to say Jesus, because there was no other way. So with that being said, you want to build a relationship now so that when you have those 911 emergencies, you can question everything else going on, but you ain't gonna question Jesus. You gonna tell Him. I have a friend that I love to death, and she was part of with the government shutdown. She lost her, like, not lost her job, but paycheck on hold for everybody knows, a long time. And I would be like, I mean, how are you feeling? Like, I'm not worried. She's like, He's got me. I mean, like, stood on Jesus, got her, like, bold, strong. She didn't just talk the talk. She walked the walk. Like, she never showed fear. She never, like, let it rattle her or shake her. She was like, He's got me. This man has taken care of me in my depths, in the craziest of times. She was like, this ain't nothing. He got me. And, I mean, and I messaged her just the other day to check on her, and she was like, I got my stuff back in mid-November. And she's rocking and rolling, and ain't, so when you had, it's just so comforting to have a relationship like that with Jesus. And I hope that y'all have it, and I just pray that I can continue to have something like that with him as well. And just make a strong relationship and just an unbreakable, amazing. Like, I just love Jesus. So, faith thoughts. Are you living out your purpose? So these are just things to think about. Are you living out your purposes? If you're not sure what they are, pray until God tells you what it is. So that's just sitting with Jesus, building that relationship, talking his word, worshiping with him. That's all. Build that relationship. Ask God. Y'all, it's a relationship. You can be frustrated with God. Like, God, why? What's going on? Talk to him like you would talk to me. Like, be honest, be open, like, be real. I mean, God knows when you're not being real. It says, until God tells you what it is, until he speaks to your soul in such a way that you just know what you're supposed to do. It may require stepping into the unknown, but God is there. Amazing things happen when Jesus calls you to walk upon the water, and you do it. Dang, that was a word, y'all. Let me read that last part. Amazing things happen when Jesus calls us to step out on faith and walk on that water. And we do it. Okay? When I say that my perspective has shifted and God is like literally provides, and I have been able to see it, whew, it's like crazy. And there's times where I'm like, am I like one of those weird people? Am I those people that people are like, oh God, there's that crazy Christian person. There's that weird. And I'm like, is that how they're thinking about me? And I'm like, I love Jesus. And I'm not going to not act like I don't, because it makes you uncomfortable. You know. And let me tell you, having a good relationship and a good foundation with God, you literally have a peace like no other. Like, oh my goodness, it's just so crazy to just feel peace in situations. I have a family member so I am very close. If I'm your friend, if I will go hard for you. I will ride hard for you. Hey, honeys, how y'all doing? If I'm your friend, like, I'll show up for you no matter the distance. And I don't just say it, I do it. I will overextend myself. Hey, Choya, I will overextend myself. I will maybe do more than you'll do back, and still do it with grace and love and kindness. And the same for my family. And we had a situation where someone in my family that I could never imagine I wouldn't have, like, in my life. Like, we were thick as thieves, y'all. Like this, like, inseparable. Best friends, did everything together, grew up together. My family member, and sis switched up. She got with someone who is not kind to her, and she switched up everything that she's like, just things she had said, she, like, her beliefs and her morals and stuff, all those things that she stood on, and like boldly, out the door. Just didn't know who she was. And it was a very wild situation. I got sucked into it because we were so close, and people couldn't understand how we went from being so close to, like, now not talking at all. And I'm like, these things happen and they're not okay, and I love you from a distance, and I got you if you call me, but I'm not going to be affiliated with that. And so I'm going to stand, like, have boundaries. And I'm not going to choose that foolishness in my life. And I would, like, oh, it was so toxic, because literally she would tell, like, her family members things, and then I would talk to them and, like, defend myself, or, like, just be like, I don't care what's being said, like, this is exactly what happened, and 20 other people were there, and da 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 da. And I know you can't believe this, but this is what it is, and I'm not gossiping, like, this is just facts, you know. And then what if I had a conversation because they said something, then they would go talk to it with her. So then it would become, what is it? Gossip. And it become this hamster wheel. And it would start to make it go from, I'm venting, to wait, hold up. Now I'm part of the problem. Hey, William, how you doing, honey? So nice to see you. And I remember one day they came, one of the people that I had been talking to had come. I'm doing well. I just did a workout, so I'm like sweating a hot mess. I got the La Chico, if you've seen it on TikTok. I've got the La Chico walking pad. I got it on Cyber Monday, and I'm on day 2. I got it in yesterday. I did it yesterday and today, and I was sweating my booty off. And now I'm just yapping. We just did a devotional, and I was just sharing a little quick story how God is, like, working in my life about a family member. So this family member, like, kind of, like, wronged me and put me in her situation. Aww. Alright. That's so nice. That sounds so relaxing. I love that. I just love this time of year. And so anyway, one of the family members that I would, like, vent to, or they would say she said this, and I would say, well, that's not true, or that's not what happened, or how could she be cruel, or how could she say, well, I had said something, and then I realized what I was saying was getting back, like, it's turning into gossip, and it's turning into ugly, and it's turning into, I'm not there when you're saying stuff, so I don't know what's going on. So I shut that down. She came back to me, and I was like, look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. We all know the facts. There was a million people there. We all know what happened. In time, y'all will see her true colors. Well, not true colors, but, like, that change. Y'all have already seen a little bit of it, but not enough to be convinced. But time will tell. God was there. God knows. I know. And that's it. I said, there's things that I've said, and they're being talked about, and someone's telling somebody, and so I don't want to be on this hamster wheel anymore. I'm done. I'm getting off of it. So that was one thing that I did. And then this all started way back in 2020, and I have been, like, we have been cordial with each other, and, like, talking to each other, like, at family functions. And I'll send her, like, little things if I think about her, like our inside jokes, whatever, here and there. And so I've just finally, like, released that from myself, and released that hurt, and released that drama, the back and forth, the gossip, and just let it go. Like, no longer hurt about it, no longer letting it keep affecting my life. Let me be someone who just sits there and talks about it and lets it weigh me down. Well, I'm talking about it to y'all, but you know what I'm saying. So I just, like, whew, girl, bye, gone. And since then, it's just been great. Things are turning around 5 years later, because it happened, like, almost mid 2020. So we about 5.5 years later, and I think we are all be coming back on the mend to being cordial and better. And it's all you can ask for. It's all you can hope for. And there's times where, like, when I was younger, people would kind of walk over me, or I would allow it. I wouldn't really stand up for myself. And now if someone says something, like, I used to be kind of like, leave, oh, I should have said this or I should have said that, and just didn't. And now I just, like, I'm not gonna let you just walk all over me and be any kind of way. So I speak up for myself. But when I do, oh, you do that too. When I do, I get, like, exasperated. Wait, were you that your name was different than William? What that you had said? But anyway, yeah. So now I'm like, okay, I am not. I'm gonna speak up when they say things about me. It doesn't affect me at all because God sees and He is exactly correct. And I think that's just like that peace I have inside of me now. So we had a scenario recently, and I was just like, God, you are so good. Because I used to, and by used to, I mean not too long ago, like, if someone said something about, like, would be ugly, I would be like, defend myself right away. And it would turn into, like, a back and forth, and I feel like I have to raise my voice to be heard. And it would just be like me yelling and me, like, voice cracking. I don't like confrontation, so it'd be like me yelling, voice cracking, them yelling back and forth, to where maybe I wasn't wrong. I don't know, because it's hard to see, like, your part in things. But maybe I might not have been wrong at first, or maybe I didn't mean to be wrong at first. But now my actions of, like, this back and forth with them and not letting it go and needing the last word is, like, to where, like, I'm really no different than them, as in my place of being wrong with it. So recently we had an event at a family member's house, and this person that I was talking about was there, and they were rude to me right in the beginning. And I'm like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Like, I made that comment, and then, like, later that same person was, like, whispering with another person after they had asked me a question, and I was just getting, like, mean girl vibes. And I'm like, I don't need to be here. Like, I came here to support to support someone. I'm trying to be vague because I don't know who's on my lives and that. But I came here to support, like, a little family member. And this was, like, a little, like, gathering after the event. And I didn't need to be at this event. I came over here because they're close to me and I love them. But if y'all gonna sit there and talk about me and have this mean girl energy, bye. Gots to go. Because I could be at home with my Frenchie and my pitbull and my other baby and my bird, loving on them and sitting on my couch, and couch rotting, as they call it, and not be worried about anything. So, hey, Rosie. So, with that being said, I saw they whispered something. One whispering, the other said, mm-hmm. And I went just like this. And it was right after they asked me if I was making something for Thanksgiving. And I went, so, like, if y'all are them, this is what I was like. Because I said, you know what? Eventually that one talking about me is going to look my direction. So I just sat there. And sure enough, she was like, and then we locked eyes. And then she looked away. And the other one was like, what's the problem? And I stopped looking. I said, I made a comment like, I know we're not going to do this. And it was like a house full of people. And no one noticed because it was very, like, calm. And I just gave it a second. And I could feel myself being, like, upset and flustered. And I'm like, I'm not about to let these people, like, make me feel not be able to control my emotions. And I'm not going to sit here and feel uncomfortable. So I got up discreetly. Like, I just got up as if I was going to the bathroom. I got up. I'm like, oh, where's my phone? Grabbed my phone. And I walked right out the door and went to the car and took a minute. And I just sat there. I reset. I took a deep breath. And I'm like, take a breath. Woosah. And then I had remembered that I had just bought some nails on TikTok. And I had brought them but didn't put them on. I was like, I got some nails in here. Let me just sit here and get, like, release this feeling and not let my flesh, like, take over. And I'm like, I'm going to put some nails on. And I went live on my YouTube channel that y'all can join. Tell a Tiff if y'all want to subscribe. I went live on my YouTube channel. And I hung out with people who were kind and were nice and were interested in what I had going on. And we chatted, and they chatted with themselves in the comments and with me. And then I wrapped it up because we needed to go inside, because I had brought my godchildren with me, and they were in there, and my mom was in there. And so we went back in, and as I was going in, they were going out, which it just ended up happening that way. But with that being said, I just reflected over that event, and I felt so, like, such a peace. Like, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for working in me. And I was just so, like, thankful and proud of myself for being obedient in such a difficult situation. And so, like, you just go to Bible studies, join a group. Let me tell you, like, you will be transformed. I love Church of the King. They are an in-person and an online church, so you could be all around the world and still attend that church and do a Bible study with that church. And 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, the books that they offer are books you can order online. And we did this 1 year ago, or I think like January of last year. And you can go on their YouTube channel, Church of the King, and you can look for it. Perspective shift changed my life, changed my thought process, showed me how the difference between joy and happiness. I mean, just so many good things. Like, literally a perspective shift in the best way. What's important. Oh, just so many things. And I fall short, and I get emotional, and I don't say things right all the time, and I don't do things right, and I make comments, and I, like, oh, what they doing, and you know what, I'm human. But I pray, God, I say, Holy Spirit, fill me up. There was, like, if I don't get rest, like tonight, because we're already now at 1 o'clock when I told y'all I was leaving an hour ago, bless it. But I know this is for someone too, because I know I'm not the only one. But there was like another day recently, like I was just exhausted. And I just had that, that energy where you just know you're not going to be nice. Like, not that you're going to be mean on purpose, but you're just irritated and agitated. I was like, you know what? I need to pray. So I prayed. Because I was already irritated and agitated with the ones that I got up with in that morning. And I said, Lord, I said, Holy Spirit, please, Holy Spirit, fill me up. I said, fill me up, Lord. And when I said, let me have a better day. Let me approach my day better. Let me approach my day with kindness. Let me go out and think before I speak. And choose kindness over agitation and aggravation. Y'all, it was such an amazing day I had that day. Like, it was just so good. And to be obedient, to do those things, I just can see, it's hard to see the change within you from yourself. But it's like those moments where I'm like, okay. But anyway, we're all doing the best we can. I'm about to end this live. I just want y'all to remember that you are important. Hey, Dark Vessel, you are a child of God. Hey, David, you matter. You are not a label that they have given you. You are not ugly. You are not too skinny. You are not too fat. You are not any curse word they try to put on you, any label they try to give you. You are a child of God. You are important. You matter. You're beautiful. You were perfectly woven, perfectly knitted. God placed every hair on your head. And something that's so good, and I don't remember the verse, but I don't remember the verse numbers is what I mean to say. But something that I saw the other day on, I don't know if y'all have done the Glorify app. It's a good app where they give you a quote of the day. They give you a verse, and then they give you a breakdown of the devotional. And it was talking about one of the days. It was just talking about when life is hard and it's like chaos and you just like want to complain and be so miserable, that we must remember that every day, today is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice in it. Oh, I think that was actually in this devotional. Today is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice in it. To remember, like, God made this day. Like there's more to it than this painful thing that happened, or this dysfunction, or this chaos, or whatever. Sorry. So there's more to it. And just look at it from that angle. Like, okay, God, you made this day. How can I turn it around? How can I focus on better? So I challenge y'all to recap your day with at least 3 things God has blessed you with. 3 ways he has blessed you. And I'll do mine today. I'll say God blessed me today by helping me control my emotions in a couple situations I experienced today. In my job, in just these relationships that I've been building that are like nice and healthy. And hey Bella. And I was washing my mom's robe literally like 3 hours ago, and I don't know if it made a clink or it had like, I was grabbing and I went to go grab the bottom of it to stuff it in the washer, literally stuff it in the washer, y'all, and something went like this, and it was her phone in the pocket of her robe. And it's not a newer phone, it's the iPhone that still has the button. And so you know that thing ain't protecting you from nabbed 1 drop of water. And y'all, I found it before I put it in the washer. Like literally that thing had already went in the washer, half of it, the robe, but all of it didn't make it. And I'm like, God, that is nothing but you. And so to even see him in those moments, instead of just be like, oh, I'm so lucky, like no, to like say thank you, God. And so I'm just so thankful for him for doing that. And for the rain stopping so my dogs can use the restroom and not do it inside my house, because that's a whole nother issue. Y'all, it is 1 a.m. I told myself I would get some rest. I am going to regret this, and not regret talking to y'all, of course, but staying up this late. But I did get to watch a movie with Tootsie with my husband. It was called Deck the Halls from 2006. It was actually cute. Y'all should go check out the trailer. It's on Disney Plus. Deck the Halls. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and following. If you're on my YouTube and not on my TikTok, go to my TikTok, Teletiff, Teletiff, just like my YouTube, and you'll see TMM and a picture of me with some designs on my face. Or if you are on my TikTok and you're not on my YouTube channel, go subscribe to my YouTube channel and that is Teletiff, Teletiff. Both of them are a selfie, and because there's times where I only have my cell phone and I can only choose to go live on one device and one platform, and so I would hate for y'all to miss a live because I can only go on, say, YouTube, because I'm only going on YouTube and not TikTok, or TikTok and not YouTube. TikTok is I'm able to go more on live on it if I go to like a restaurant and they're playing music in the background, which 9 times out of 10 they are. With YouTube, that'll call it a copyright thing and all those issues that go with that. So with that being said, if it's a place with music, I will do the TikTok. So if you're on my YouTube, go follow me on TikTok. YouTube, your TikTok is also Teletiff or TMM, and the same for my YouTube. And also check out my videos, guys. Double tap the screen, please. Thank y'all for supporting me and loving me. I am at 151 followers. And that might be nothing to a lot of people. But for me, I remember struggling at 20. And so I'm thankful. And I started out on YouTube. And I was like to all my family members, you better subscribe to my channel. I go famous. And you were there in the beginning. I'm going to remember, you know. And I was just trying to get to 50. And I thought it was impossible. And it took a few days, and now I'm at 390, give or take. I lose a couple, gain a few, so you never know. But to be I'm almost at 400 subscribers, and I love it. So y'all mean so much to me. If there's a way that I can show up better for y'all, please let me know. I think I'm gonna start doing set lives. They're gonna be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 8 and 10. So make sure y'all tune in to my lives. I might try to change the banners on my socials so that y'all can see that. But my set lives will be Tuesday and Wednesday. That doesn't mean I can't go live every day. That just means for sure, if you want to catch a live, I will be live on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights. But now I've been doing a devotional every other Wednesday. So those Wednesdays I won't get on till 10 o'clock. So somewhere between 8 and 10 I will hop on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And on the weekends I usually get on multiple times each day, just because my husband's at work on Saturday and I'm like, oh, let me check this out, or let me see what y'all are doing. So y'all might catch me anytime with that on the weekends. But on the weekdays, if I make it no other day, I'll be on here Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I think that's about it, guys. I love y'all so much. Love you. Thank y'all for being a part of my Teletiff fam. Y'all mean the world to me. And I hope y'all take care. Bye, guys. Bye, Steph. Thank you for all the love, honey. You've been so sweet. Thank y'all for